Back everybody to the New York Knicks, MyNBA franchise here on NBA 2K23. Today we'll be getting up to the trade deadline, which will be in the next episode. In the previous episode, we talked about some possible moves we could look to make in terms of acquiring star power, as we are currently still the 7th seed in the Eastern Conference, hoping to grab one of those top 6 spots and avoid the play-in tournament altogether. The team is still playing really good basketball after our slow start. We've really figured it out with this young core and are really playing well. But we've got a really tough stretch of games before the trade deadline, including matchups with the two best teams in the East, the Cavs and the Hornets. The team is super banged up right now. I mean, we've been banged up all year, but right now is no different. RJ Barrett is going to be out for the next week or so, but that's not the big story here. The bigger deal is point guard Cesar DiCarlo, who broke his right kneecap and will likely be out for the rest of the regular season. Now, we are really starting to get concerned about DiCarlo's durability. He's only played 86 games in the last 2 years, and when he's on the floor, he has a hard time staying on the floor with his conditioning problems. He already tore his MCL earlier in the season with his same right knee, and not to mention he tore his Achilles before we drafted him. So that's multiple major injuries that have happened to him within just a 2-year span. We're hoping we can get someone like Khalif Doumbou to step up, but in his last 3 G League games, he is 2 for 31 from the field and 0 for 18 from 3. That's pretty bad. So this is what the lineup looks like for right now. We've got the 2 rookies at our guard spots with Reddish, Collins, and Wiseman filling out the starting lineup, and we're currently running a 10-deep bench. Going into this matchup here against the Cleveland Cavaliers, who currently had the best record in the Eastern Conference. They won the NBA Finals back in Season 1. They won 55 games last year, and they're probably going to win even more games this year. They have the second best winning percentage in the NBA and the number 1 point differential at 11.8. They're led by their great backcourt of Garland and Mitchell. They've got 2 really talented bigs with Mobley and Allen. But Darius Garland is really the star of the show here. He's averaging nearly 35 and 12 on ridiculous efficiency. Currently in second place for the MVP, only trailing LaMelo Ball. So yeah, Darius Garland is balling this year. This is going to be a really tough matchup on the road. The Cavs have a big home court advantage here at the Fieldhouse in Cleveland, Ohio, as the New York Knicks get a big mid-season test against the best team in the Eastern Conference, the Cleveland Cavaliers, led by possible MVP frontrunner Darius Garland, who is having a historic season for the Cavs, along with former Finals MVP Donovan Mitchell, former All-Star Jarrett Allen, and future All-Star Evan Mobley. So it's going to be a really fun opportunity here for our young Knicks team against arguably the best team in the NBA right now on the road. We'll see if the Knicks are really cut out to possibly make some noise in the playoffs against a team like Cleveland within the next few months. James Wiseman wins the tip, and we are underway here at the Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. Coco Diablo on the screen goes inside for Wiseman in the corner for DJ Ramses. The rookie hits for 3. Ramses is currently in 3rd place for the Rookie of the Year, having himself a fantastic season. Diablo's pass is tipped and stolen away. That's Garland, the possible MVP frontrunner, who ends up with it over to Mobley, who makes a nice play at the basket, making the layup, putting the Cavs on the board as it's 3-2. Ramses with the screen for Collins inside, lobs it up for John Collins. I think a few of you guys have been calling for the Knicks to run more lobs to Collins, so there you go. A powerful slam by John Collins. 7-2. Here's Isaac Okoro, the other starter on this Cavs team. He goes inside for the flush, blowing by Cam Reddish and dunking it home. The Knicks are playing really good basketball early. They lead 11-4 as Mobley misses the 3. Allen with the rebound. Back out to Donovan Mitchell, and he connects on the triple. Cleveland has not had a good time shooting the 3-ball early today. They finally get one to fall. Garland with a nice move. He gets the and 1. Darius Garland with a great play, and it's the rookie Coco Diablo called for the foul. 15-9, Garland with misses free throw. Here's Ramses from way downtown. Hits for 3. DJ Ramses with 10 here in the first quarter, the same amount that the entire Cleveland Cavaliers team has. I know it's early, but the Knicks look really good so far. Nice play by Rui Hachimura, one of Cleveland's better bench players, making the short shot inside. Jackson Watkins trying to make a play as he gets it out to Mayo. His three-pointer will fall. The Knicks are clicking on all cylinders. The offense has been quite good. The defense has been remarkable. But why stop now? Mayo with the and one. He's fouled by Mo Wagner. Mayo would miss the free throw, so it remains 23-12. The Cavs got to get a bucket. They finally get one here from Isaac Okoro to make it a single-digit deficit. 23-14. Here's Kabongo inside, showing off that soft touch with the mid-ranger, and the Knicks extend their lead. New York right now is dominating. Cleveland cannot get anything to fall these last few minutes as Kabongo blocks the lob away from Wagner. Kabongo's playing outstanding right now for New York. Great pass inside from Watkins over to Patrick Feinstein. And New York is blowing these guys out of the water right now. Wagner wide open three, no good. Cleveland cannot hit a three to save their lives. And then on the other end, Mayo with the layup. He's got 7 off the bench. Look at that score. It's 29-14. Utter domination by the Knicks here in the first quarter as they force another turnover. Feinstein deflects it away. Here comes New York. It's quickly over to Mayo again. Mayo hits the mid-ranger off the glass, and it is now 31-14. Boucher trying to make a play here for the Cavs. He gets it over to Chris Dunn, the former top 5 pick out of Providence. His shot won't fall. What a one-sided start. The Cavs are supposed to be the best team in basketball, and the Knicks are running them out of the gym. New York is shooting 72% from the field, 3 for 4 from 3. Cleveland, meanwhile, really trying to set the tone from beyond the arc, but they are just 1 for 11. They're not getting anything to fall. Pure domination by the Knicks. We'll see if they can keep it going here in the second quarter as Garland gets it in the corner for Mo Wagner. He hits the 3. So Cleveland finally gets a triple to fall. Could this be the start of the rally for the Cavs? Coco Diablo, his shot won't fall, but Kabongo grabs his 6th rebound of the game, and he gets the putback. Ahmed Kabongo, the second-year pro out of the Democratic Republic of Congo, is balling right now, as is really everybody on this team. Darius Garland makes a nice play, hits the 3, cutting the lead to 11. Still plenty of time for Cleveland to try to make a comeback here as Diablo, under not really much control, but he still gets the layup. 35-24 now. Donovan Mitchell with it. Goes inside on the pick and roll for Evan Mobley. He gets the dunk. And the Cavs cut it to a single-digit deficit. Here's Darius Garland with the spin move inside for Jarrett Allen, who throws it down. Now it's only a 6-point game. Cleveland is very quickly figuring things out, looking like the best team in the league again. Reddish, wide open, perfect release, no good. Now it's the Knicks who can't seem to hit a shot. Mobley in the corner for Hachimura. He hits the 3, and the Cavs are now only down by 1 score. They were down by 17 points 4 minutes ago. Diablo misses another 3, tries to save it, and he does. What a play by Coco Diablo. The Knicks are going to look to take advantage of the second chance opportunity as Reddish gets it back out to Diablo. Another 3, another miss, but James Wiseman gets the putback. Good play there by Wiseman to make it a 5-point lead once again. But yeah, moral of the story, the Knicks can't seem to hit a shot, while Cleveland is really catching fire. Nice putback by Jarrett Allen off the missed 3 by Evan Mobley, 38-35. Here comes DJ Ramses. He had a big first quarter. Goes inside for the slam. With DJ Ramses back in the game, hopefully the Knicks offense can start to play like they did in the first quarter again, because it's been a night and day difference with him out of the game. Jarrett Allen gets the lob from Hachimura. It's now only a 1-point game. 42-41. Can Cleveland take the lead on this possession? Garland makes the layup. How about that? The Knicks were up by 17 after the first quarter, and the Cavs take the lead. Now it's a tie game at 43. Here's Dunn with the spin move. I didn't know Chris Dunn had that in his bag. Holy cow. To be honest, I didn't know Chris Dunn was still in the league until about 5 minutes ago. 44-45. Here's Watkins over to Patrick Feinstein for 3, and the lead. Big shot for the Knicks. Their offense has really cooled off here in the third quarter, trying to get back going as Dunn gets it over to Mo Wagner. He hits the 3, putting the Cavs ahead 47-48 with just seconds left in the quarter. Emmanuel quickly over to Feinstein. Deep 3, won't fall. So a tale of 2 quarters. The Knicks dominated the Cavs in the first, outscoring them 31-14. And at halftime, the Knicks are losing. As fast as things are good, they can change for the worse. Right now, the Cavaliers have all the momentum, so hopefully the Knicks can try to switch that up, just like the Cavs did from the first to the second quarter. Cleveland opens up with the ball. Here's Garland with a screen from both of his big men. Goes inside, makes the floater. Great touch. I mean, Darius Garland is just such a gifted offensive player. He can score from every level of the floor. He's one of the best passers in the league. There's a reason why he's averaging 35 and 12 right now as he gets it over to Jarrett Allen, guarded by Collins. Allen tries to make a play. Cleveland moving the ball around. Donovan Mitchell heaves up a prayer and he knocks it down, beating the shot clock. What a move by Donovan Mitchell, as the Knicks are so far looking pretty poor in this third quarter. Cleveland trying to keep it going. It's Mobley inside, makes the shot. It has been all Cleveland in the third quarter, picking right back where they left off at the end of the second quarter. The Cavs are up by 8. Garland, guarded by Diablo, screen from Allen. Garland inside, lobs it up for the big fella, Jarrett Allen, and the Cavs start the third quarter on a 9-0 run, but they don't look like they're done. Here is Garland now, drives it side, blows by Ramses and throws it down as it continues to go downhill for the Knicks, who all of a sudden are down by 12, make it possibly even more as Jarrett Allen gets the putback. New York's got to call another timeout. In the opening 2.5 minutes of the third quarter, Cleveland has outscored the Knicks 13-0. Cleveland has outscored New York by 31 since the end of the first quarter, and we're not even 3 minutes into the third. The Knicks finally get a bucket as Splash Mayo hits a three. New York making multiple substitutions to the bench very early in the second half, trying to change some of the momentum of this game, but Donovan Mitchell hits a three to make it a 15-point game now. Mitchell inside for Evan Mobley, and he's pushed out of bounds. No foul. Knicks ball. Hopefully that play can give New York a little momentum, try to fire them up. That was a nice move by Coco Diablo, who other than that defensive play has been pretty dreadful today. There's John Collins inside for the dunk, assisted by DJ Ramses, 52-65. Hachimura trying to make a play, goes inside, and he makes the shot over Coco Diablo, who continues to just look lost right now. Coco Diablo, really over the last month, looks like he's ran into the rookie wall. Evan Mobley with the dunk, 17-point lead now for Cleveland. Can they extend the lead even further? It's Chris Dunn who makes the layup. Again, I don't think I've ever seen Chris Dunn play this well on offense in my entire life, but that's just the kind of day it's been for the Knicks. Wagner makes the shot. It's now a 24-point Cavalier lead. Quickly sends it in the corner for Feinstein. Perfect look. It's just nothing is falling. The Knicks have scored, 5 points in the first almost 8 minutes of the third quarter? This is embarrassing. Wagner gets the dunk. It's a 28-point game. New York still has only scored 5 points in the quarter, and there's 40 seconds left. They cannot make a shot. Finally, they get one to fall. It's an and one for James Wiseman off of a putback. Of course, he would miss the free throw, and it remains a 26-point game. Hachimura trapped in the corner by Cam Reddish. He tries to go with a spin move and dunks on multiple defenders. 54-82. I still cannot believe what I'm witnessing. Here's quickly over to Killer Cam Reddish. He hits the three, his first points of the day. The Knicks cut the lead to 25. New York looking to cut the lead even further here late in the third quarter as it's Reddish. Step back. Three ball. No good. That is one of the worst stretches of basketball I've ever seen in my entire life. The Knicks, who are down by 25, if you remember, led 31-14 after the first quarter. And since then, look at the second quarter. Cleveland outscored them 34-16. New York shot 1 for 10 from beyond the arc. And then in the third quarter, it was even worse as the Cavs outscored the Knicks 34-10. Cleveland only missed 3 shots from the field, whereas the Knicks had more turnovers than field goals. Since the end of the first quarter, the Cavaliers have outscored the Knicks 68-26. The Cavs have outscored the Knicks by 42 points since the first quarter. Yet, I still feel like the Knicks can make this a game because of how well they played in the first quarter as they get a nice dunk to start the fourth. Here's DJ Ramses off the screen. Deep three is good. The Knicks offense is playing well here in the opening minutes of the fourth quarter, but they've still got a long way to go. Down by 22 with 6 minutes to go as Allen gets the slam. So it's now a 24-point game. Here is DJ Ramses now. Nice move inside for the slam. I don't know if the Knicks have any shot in this game, but I still feel like they oddly have a slight shot with how well they played in the first quarter and their ability to go on a run, good or bad. Here is Mobley inside with the size mismatch on Ramses. He will make the layup. Cleveland up by 24 with about 5 minutes to go. Coco Diablo inside trying to make a play. He's blocked by Jarrett Allen. Here comes the Cavs on the fast break. It's Mobley with it. Takes it himself to the rack. Makes the layup. Yeah, I think this is over. The Knicks don't really have the shot. They would end up losing 103-85. The Knicks played pretty well in the final few minutes of this game. But still, what an utter disaster. This is the type of game where once you get the tape, you just want to burn it. New York led 31-14 after the first quarter, and then after that, it was like the sky was falling down. No one on the Cavs played particularly well, and their two guards, Garland and Mitchell, both kind of underperformed, but we still got clobbered. I think this just shows how deep Cleveland's roster is, how good of a team they are defensively, because we could not shoot the ball after the first quarter. We had some guys really struggle today. Coco Diablo has just been terrible over the last month. He has crashed into the rookie wall after a hot start to his season. And yeah, the Cavs are a great team. I get it, but that was pretty hard to watch. So let's now look at the other elite team in the Eastern Conference, the Charlotte Hornets. So we'll simulate these next 7 games. R.J. Barrett back from his injury. That's very good news. He'll slide into the 3. We're getting a lot of trade offers since we're close to the deadline. This one sparked my attention. A future first rounder and Pat Williams for John Collins. I said no, but I did think about it. This trade I did not think about. That would be a terrible move for us. And then Cam Reddish gets hurt. He pulls a back muscle. He'll be out a couple of weeks. Cam Reddish is starting to become a little injury prone too, I won't lie. And then Splash Mayo hyperextends his knee. He might miss a game or two. So we ended up going 4-3. We went on a 4-game win streak. This matchup against OKC in particular is relevant because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander gets to go to the Garden once again. The Thunder have underperformed this year. They have not improved from last year despite their offseason acquisitions. So a Shai Gilgeous-Alexander trade could be more imminent than ever. Let's take a look at the All-Star Draft. We had nobody finish in the top 10 for voting from the backcourt or front court, which doesn't really surprise me. I don't think anybody deserves to be an All-Star. I think we could see a guy like DJ Ramses get there in a year or two, but nobody really deserves it this year. A lot of young guys getting in. Scotty Barnes, Evan Mobley, Jalen Green, Cade Cunningham, and Tyrese Halliburton all make their first All-Star teams. I know it says they're 2-time All-Stars, but that graphic is usually glitched, so I think all those guys are in their first All-Star games. It's also worth noting that LeBron is in his 22nd and possibly final All-Star game, as it looks more and more likely he plans to retire at the end of the year. So let's look at the Charlotte Hornets. They've won 7 in a row. They've passed Cleveland as the number 1 team in the Eastern Conference, led by LaMelo Ball, the only player currently ahead of Darius Garland in the MVP race, but LaMelo's not the only player on this team in the top 5 for the MVP. Zach LaVine is currently in 5th place. They acquired LaVine from the Bulls in the offseason, and that trade has been a grand slam. LaVine and LaMelo have complemented each other super well, and the Hornets have built a perfect team around those guys. They've got a great player in the interior with Clint Capella, and they've got 2 of the best young perimeter defenders in the NBA with Jonathan Isaac and Caden Frost. So they've got multiple elite offensive players, multiple elite defensive players, and all their skill sets complement each other so well. So even if on paper this team looks like an average squad, there's a reason why they're currently number 1 in the Eastern Conference. I also want to point out their court is fire. Just figured I'd say that. Speaking of fire, the Knicks are rocking their orange alternates today as Charlotte wins the tip, and we are underway. We saw the Knicks play pretty terribly against Cleveland on the road, so we'll see how they do against another Eastern Conference contender in Charlotte. Nice putback attempt by Capella, no good, but third time's the charm as he gets multiple offensive rebounds on that possession. Clint Capella is one of the best rebounding bigs in the NBA right now as DJ Ramses gets some room and lets it fly. Nice shot for Ramses. He's on the board as it's 3-2. Here's the MVP favorite, LaMelo Ball, inside for the and 1. LaMelo, LaFrance, Ball puts Charlotte ahead as it's 5-3. R.J. Barrett with the foul. Here is Jonathan Isaac inside for Zach LaVine. Gets it back to LaMelo, who releases it quickly Wow, he got that ball out fast over James Wiseman, the player drafted directly ahead of him in 2020. Here is LaMelo, swerving by defenders, gets it over to Jonathan Isaac. He misses the three. The Capella's there for the rebound and the putback. James Wiseman had to help on Isaac, leaving Capella with a bunch of smaller guards down low. 5-10. Here's Diablo with the slam. Good to see Coco Diablo making some plays because, as we talked about in the last game, it has been a rough month or so for him. DJ Ramses now inside for the layup. He's got 7, and the Knicks cut the lead to 2. 9-11. Here is LaMelo trying to get by Diablo. Sends it over to Zach LaVine. LaVine blows by multiple defenders inside for the slam. I know Zach LaVine hasn't been in a dunk contest in a while, but he can still get up there even though he's nearing 30. LaMelo with a dime in the corner for Zach LaVine. LaMelo has become one of the best passers in the NBA, and it's easy when you got a guy like Zach LaVine who can score from all 3 levels of the floor. Coco Diablo turns it over. It's Jonathan Isaac with the steal on the other end. Isaac takes it himself for the throwdown, and Charlotte is playing some great basketball right now. They lead 18-9. Still early. I mean, we saw the Knicks up by 17 against Cleveland after the first quarter and completely wither that lead away. So there's still plenty of time to come back here as RJ Barrett hits the 3 for his first points of the game. 18-12. Here's Ramses. He's trapped, sends it in the corner for Barrett again. Another 3 for RJ Barrett as he hits 2 in a row, and the Knicks are only down by 2. The Hornets moving the ball well. Here's LaMelo with the screen from Mark Williams. He will hit the open 3. DJ Ramses was so focused on getting around the screen that he left LaMelo wide open. Speaking of Ramses, he has the ball with the screen from Kabongo. Back inside for the big fella, Ahmed Kabongo, who throws it down, hanging on the rim as it's 24-19. Collins with the screen for Ramses. On the move, shot no good. Collins with the board. He gets the putback. The Knicks look good, I've got to say. I'm impressed here in the early few minutes of this game. They are hanging right in there with one of the best teams in the league. LaMelo Ball with a nice move off the screen, hits the 3. Charlotte up by 6 as the Knicks call a timeout, trying to regroup. Although the Knicks have been great on offense, their defense has been a little shaky. Step back, 3 ball for Barrett. He hits another one. RJ Barrett is 3 for 3 from beyond the arc tonight. 26-29. Barrett with it again. He's off to a hot start. Gets the pick from Kabongo. Barrett lets it fly again. Another 3 for RJ Barrett. He is on fire as this game is tied up. LaMelo with an unbelievable pass in the corner for Caden Frost, who goes inside for the dunk. The former top 10 pick out of the University of Kentucky. 31-31. Here's James Bouknight. No good, but the putback is quickly thrown down by Paul Gibbons, the second-year pro out of Oregon. LaMelo has it stripped away, ends up in the hands of Kabongo with 15 and change left in the quarter. Here's Barrett, step back for the lead, it's good! Rowan Alexander Barrett Jr. is on fire, 15 points, 5 for 5 from beyond the arc. Bouknight for the lead, no good. And that'll wrap up the first quarter. A high-octane start to this game as the Knicks lead 34-33. Both offenses look very good. This is just some high-level basketball right now, and nobody has been better so far than RJ Barrett. 5 for 5 from beyond the arc. He is on fire. Barrett's averaging around 15 a game this year, and, well, in the first quarter, he is 15 on perfect shooting. Let's go to the second quarter now. Charlotte trying to get the lead back as Gibbons gets fouled. He'll go to the line for 2. So keep an eye on Paul Gibbons here. Look at his free throw motion. Dear God, that is ugly. But he made the shot. He missed his second one, however. 35-36. There's Bouknight inside for the slam. Good start early in the second for Charlotte as they're up by 4. Ramses sends it in the corner for Coco Diablo. He airballs it. Yeah, it's been tough sledding for the rookie Diablo. And then on the other end, nice dunk on the reverse by Jonathan Isaac as the Hornets lead by 6. Diablo coming off an air ball, trying to get back into a rhythm as he hits the lawn 2. Good to see his confidence isn't wavered, although, if we're being honest, his confidence has been kind of off since he got injured a couple of months ago and since he's recovered. The Knicks nearly lose it, but they get it back. It's Diablo with it over to Wiseman, inside for a wide-open John Collins, who throws it down, and the Knicks quickly cut the lead to 2. The first quarter was all about offense, but here in the second quarter, both defenses, especially Charlotte's, look quite solid. Here's Barrett back in the game, hits another 3. He is now 6 for 6 from deep. What a start for R.J. Barrett. The Hornets heave up a prayer. It's air ball, but Gibbons gets the offensive rebound. You cannot let the Hornets score there after that first shot from Jonathan Isaac. You just can't. 44-49 under a minute to go in the half. LaMelo Ball with a nice move, hits the floater, and the Hornets are back up by 7. Here's quickly over to DJ Ramses. Blows by Levine and makes the contested layup. DJ Ramses is so good at scoring in contact, continuing to do that at a high level. Here's a rookie. Here comes LaMelo, guarded by Quickly. Inside for Levine, who throws it down. And the 1-2 punch of LaMelo and Levine continues to be dominant today for the Hornets. 46-53. Here's Andre Drummond, blocked by Patrick Feinstein. What a play by Feinstein, and that'll wrap up the half. Charlotte up by 7. The Knicks are hanging in there. I think they look a lot better than they did against Cleveland. I know New York's offense was pretty poor in the second quarter with only 12 points, but they did get 34 in the first. So hopefully the offense can try to get a little consistent here as we go into the third. Barrett 6 for 6 from 3. Why not add another one? The Hornets have no answers for R.J. Barrett. He now has 21 points and is pretty much single-handedly carrying the Knicks offense. Barrett with it again, drives inside, over to Collins with the throwdown. R.J. Barrett trying to throw him off a little bit. He doesn't just want to shoot threes, otherwise the Hornets are going to swarm him, pun intended. Nice move by Zach LaVine. Misses the layup, gets his own rebound, and floats a prayer up, and it falls as an and one. Wiseman called for the foul. What a play by Zach LaVine. 51-58 now. Screen from Wiseman. Here's DJ Ramses. Lobs it up for the big fella. James Wiseman throws it down, cutting the lead to 5. A highlight reel play by the Knicks as Caden Frost has it for Charlotte. Frost has it tipped and stolen away by Collins. Here comes New York on the other end. It's DJ Ramses with it inside. Makes the layup despite pretty good defense by Zach LaVine. No foul. One-score game now. 55-58. Here is LaMelo Ball on the screen from Capella. Hits the open 3, doubling the lead up to 6 for Charlotte. DJ Ramses step back with a nasty move on LaVine. Look at his bag. DJ Ramses is an acrobat inside. Watching him play basketball is so aesthetically pleasing. It's like watching a painting being painted in like a time lapse. Nice floater by James Bouknight. It's 58-65. Here is Diablo, has it tipped and stolen away by LaMelo Ball. Barrett trying to catch up to him, but LaMelo throws it down on his head. LaMelo Ball with the poster. Charlotte up by 9. Here's James Bouknight now. Makes a nice move on Quickly, and the Hornets lead by double digits for the first time today. 69, nice, to 58. Barrett with the screen, trying to get back onto the board as he has a wide open man in the corner. It's perfect Patty, Patrick Feinstein, who connects on the triple. 61-69, James Bouknight with it, guarded by Quickly. Bouknight, a bucket off the bench for the Hornets as he passes it over to LaMelo Ball, who hits the 3. Through the 2 games we've seen today, looking at the top 2 MVP candidates, I think LaMelo Ball has been a lot more impressive than Darius Garland, at least in these individual matchups, as Bouknight hits the triple. Charlotte up by 13. A big third quarter of ball here for the Hornets. But why stop now? Zach LaVine with the tomahawk slam. Charlotte now up by 15. Here comes Ramses inside. He's trapped. Launches a dime in the corner for Barrett, who now has 29 points. 68-80 with about 25 to go. LaMelo Ball with the screen. Ball inside for Mark Williams, who makes the layup, drafted in the first round a few years ago out of Duke. Final seconds here in the third. The Knicks want the ball in the hands of R.J. Barrett as he will take the mid-ranger, and his shot will not fall. Pretty rough third quarter for the Knicks. They scored 34 in the first quarter and 34 in the next 2 quarters combined. So the Knicks in the first quarter of games today are like the 73-9 Warriors, and then in the second and third quarter, they look like the trust for process 76ers. The Hornets lead by 14 off of an early dunk as Ball hits the line 2 off the assist by Zach LaVine. These two have such good chemistry with each other. They've only been playing with each other for half a season, but they look like they've been together for 5 years. LaVine heaves up a 3. It's good. When it rains, it pours, and Charlotte's letting it down hard. Pause. Here comes John Collins with it. He gets it to a wide-open Patrick Feinstein, who hits a big three for the Knicks, cutting the lead to 16 as they look to try to pull off a comeback. But it's going to be hard against a team like Charlotte, who is just so good. LaMelo sends it to Jonathan Isaac. He hits the top of the key three. Hornets right back up by 19. Ramses with the screen from Wiseman. Ramses with a bullet in the corner for Feinstein. He gets it to John Collins with the throwdown. Diddly dee. John Collins cuts the lead to 17. 75-92. Here is Ramses trying to make a play as he gets by LaVine. But one thing about Zach LaVine's game is he's not a great defender, and I will say his defense has been rather piss poor today. It's just that LaVine has completely made for it on offense, where him and LaMelo Ball have been unbelievable. Ball lobs it up for the big fella, Clint Capella with the 360 alley-oop. 79-94. This game looking quickly out of reach for the Knicks as Ramses is blocked inside. Here comes Charlotte. LaMelo with it. He sends it to Zach LaVine for three. Dagger. I don't think the Knicks can make a comeback off of this. The Charlotte Hornets take this one home 110-97. So in two games against two of the best teams in the league on the road, the Knicks lose them both. But for whatever reason, I feel a little bit better about this game. Against the Cavs, we lost by 18 and played like crap. Against the Hornets, we lose by 13, but honestly played pretty well. The one difference negatively about this game is that we could not stop their guards. LaMelo Ball and Zach LaVine both played very well, in particular LaMelo, who had 37 and 10. Normal day in the office for him. 28 and 6 for Zach LaVine. He was great too. And then again, the Hornets have just fielded such a well-rounded roster. They have guys who can shoot the three ball. They have guys who are really good defenders and guys who know how to play off of each other. RJ Barrett with 36. He played very well. Nobody else really stood out. But I thought the offense, especially in the first quarter, was really solid. And then they kind of played poorly after that. So we're going to wrap up the episode here. We've got the trade deadline and the All-Star break coming up. I think if we've learned anything today about these two games against the Cavs and the Hornets, this team is very good. We've got a real shot to make it into the playoffs, maybe even win a playoff series. But the fact of the matter is we need some star power. And unless someone like DJ Ramses or Coco or DeCarlo turns into a superstar, we don't have one on our roster, and we're going to need one or two in order to beat a team like Cleveland or Charlotte. Because right now, if you put us in a playoff series against one of those two teams, I think at best we lose in 5. So the factor of the matter is at some point this team's got to make a big move for a star. Is it in the next episode? And if it is, which stars do you think in particular we should look to go after? That'll wrap it up. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Peace out.